Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Storm King's Thunder. I'm very happy that I realized this hood could fit over my headset.
Excellent for the winter.
Comfy boy.
Very comfy boy. So, where we last left off, our beautiful party of miscreants were preparing to travel after having of miscreants. Very high-leveled miscreants. After having a long
That's my girlfriend you're talking about there. That's my wife.
Honey.
Where's the gif?
I'm teasing you, honey. It's okay.
So, after having a long and tenuous discussion with one Cloth, also known as Old Snarl, a deal was struck that he would be left alone in his future endeavors to acquire more real estate. And he, in turn, would not interfere with the party's efforts. The party then began discussing with the leader of the city that they needed his help, and that they made contact with the king of Citadel Felbar, and that aid would be provided to the party, which is currently in the process of occurring. A large portion of the forces are currently making their way towards Phandalin, and he will stand as a representative for the Dwarven Holds. Phandalin is where a meeting is being held between Neverwinter and any other forces that these lovely fuckos can grab, and Storm King Hecaton's giant force. So, with that in mind, you were all previously within Neverwinter, making a deal and getting some lovely trinkets from everyone's favorite merchant. So, with that, I do recall we said we'd end it there. But, one thing I'm going to add, you can all see from this position, because it's quite close to the harbor, that there's an enormous amount of fog in the harbor.
Does it seem like a natural occurrence, or
Roll to insight fog? I don't know.
Can I roll to nature?
Yeah, it'd be more of nature. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, from visual alone, you can tell that it's very much so a case of it's not leaking or it's not moving over into the actual land. It is actually staying on the dockside itself.
Like early morning fog stuff.
Like early morning fog, except it just goes up higher and higher. It goes up maybe 100 feet into the air before fizzling out.
I didn't say it, but at some point over the past however long we've been here, can I attune to the staff of the Maggie?
You can tune to the staff of the Magi.
Thanks.
Magi.
With your magic stick.
Pronounce Maggie.
I'm hoping my
Maggie's delicious.
friends down under...
Please do not call it the staff of Maggie. That's my mother's name.
Okay. Fair enough. That's
okay.
But yeah, hopefully my friends downstairs will actually respond to my request of getting an easier way to contact them when dangerous things come and kill them.
Well, let's hope not.
I'm going to use Druidcraft because one of its abilities is to summon like an orb thing that will tell me the weather, and that might help me determine whether or not that fog is actually part of the weather or it's just there for some other reason.
Now, you don't see that use of Druidcraft very often. I was going to say it can do that.
It can do things which isn't create a flower to look pretty.
It can take a barometer.
Oh shit!
God.
That's amazing.
The weather is meant to be, because bear in mind it is still getting closer to winter. You are actually now in winter, I should say. So it is a colder temperature, but It's cold to the point of slight discomfort here. However, it's not meant to be this foggy.
My druid snow globe says it's not supposed to be this foggy. Something's up.
There's a lot of questions that I have about that, but okay.
Is
It's either
the hag?
it's
Are we
either
still next to the
really good-
hag?
You turn back around, the hag's gone.
It's either really good or really bad, and I can't hear any screams yet, so that's a good indication.
The active word there is yet.
It's still early. Plus, we haven't arrived.
How far are we from the harbour?
You're about.
Too real.
Hillary just yeah.
You'd be, say, maybe a kilometer away from the harbour. It's a big-ass city.
Unnatural weather phenomenons. This is probably my job. Shall we investigate?
Or do we want to investigate this, or do we want to continue with our task and make
Gather
preparations?
supplies. Well, if the town's about to get destroyed by something, we should probably stop that before.
Everything's probably going to get destroyed if we don't succeed our task. So.
Rodvark, would you like a hand doing that at all?
What, checking the big mist incoming?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. You're good at the stuff.
Indeed. Indeed. My instinct is telling me that this is, as you reckon, something that is potentially unnatural. Or is being stirred up by something.
Although I try not to breathe the fog in. In fact, just try to not breathe in gases you don't recognize, just as a general rule.
There's a fart joke in there, but I'm not going to say it. Sorry. Never mind.
Zero says, like farts! Anyway,
Never mind.
Anyway.
if nobody objects, we'll head towards the docks and see what's happening.
Better safe than sorry. Hopefully this won't take long.
Yeah. As we're walking, I want to pull Kirok to one side.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
No one.
Hey Kirok.
Hi.
You said before that you've visited the plane of air, correct?
Yes.
Do you know the names or are there any places there that might be a safe place for us to go to if some shit goes down?
Aqua, which is a very confusing name.
But that is confusing. Is that like...
It's a city in the sky.
Would it be safe for people like us to visit?
Well, we went there all the time.
Sure. Aqua, right?
Agua.
Agua.
Pronunciation is strange in between languages.
Yeah, I imagine that.
Blue, may I get a spelling request for that?
I believe, this is going purely off memory, but it is written down in the DMG. It's literally A-A-Q-A.
I'll double check it, just to make sure.
Yeah, that's kind of how you meant to pronounce it, Nerwin.
Yeah, pretty much.
Elemental plane.
Kind of like iguana, but not
Out
with
in the
the
planes.
I at the start.
It's like so many of you that are languages pronounced with a G.
Because I've been working on a lot of stuff involving Portuguese and Spanish recently, all I want to do is just go agua. And
It's one of the. It's just another one. It's just another one of those words that you only see written down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have it.
No one at Wizards was like, I need to say this out loud. Writing it down will be fine.
We'll just hire Matty Mercer to say every word in the second.
I just want a car.
Yeah, let's just give give the city of the sky a name that kind of sounds like water. That's not confusing.
I'd assume it's pronounced more with like a hard like K sound rather than a QU. Like
That's actually a city developed to make plain spells fuck up.
This
I
is
want to go to Aqua. Are you sure?
this is the first time I've had to say it aloud, so improv, I guess.
I'm back in the room. Okay. If we need to, I can get us there. Just as a get out of jail free card. Okay.
That's fair. I mean, are you prepared for it?
Am I prepared? What, to cast it, or?
For going to the plane of air?
I mean, it's more of a place in a different realm, different plane that I need to know of so I can get us there. It doesn't matter where we go.
Okay. See,
I'll do
I think I've said a few times, but ground is a bit thin on the ground.
I understand. Luckily, we've got spells and whatnot. We'll be fine.
Okay.
What's at the bottom of the plane of air? If you just keep falling, or
Plane of water.
do you ever reach the bottom?
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
I've been falling for 3,000 years. Bottom? Bottom? What?
It's what's underneath, like the floor. I'll point to the floor.
There is no floor.
So what happens when you fall?
Forest lava.
If you're not
Depends
falling,
on where you fall, because it's essentially
The end is
air.
not the end. It's not the end. It's not the end.
Basically,
it's not the end, it's not
if
the
you
end,
go
it's not the
down
end.
far enough, the wind stops you, sort of thing. Like you go down and there's just wind, and you keep going down. There's more wind, and eventually the wind is so strong that it just pushes you
it blows
back
you
up.
back up.
It pushes
Shoots
you back
you
up.
up.
Like
So
a thermal?
there's no bottom. You're not there. Kirok is
No,
trying.
no, no. I'm asking. Frog is asking this.
Kirok is describing it in best Kirok way.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'll keep that in mind in case we do need to.
It's long
Do
time.
anything
It's
like
long time though. Long time.
It's turtles all the way down.
Okay.
Hey.
So, you begin approaching the dock itself, and as you are passing, there is a large military presence here. You can probably count maybe 100 soldiers are actually like out and active, and there are the shouts and commands of organization going about. There's a lot of training things going on currently, which are a lot of people working on large target dummies, essentially. But a lot of people are practicing regimes of halberdier kind of work, long pike formations and fighting styles, rather than sword or otherwise.
I like halberds. Okay.
It's almost like you need something really long and pointy to get at something really, really big. That way multiple
Indeed.
people can stab at it.
Yeah.
So,
Also, I've got a pig and I'm getting Szechuani vibes. Never mind.
you're only getting them now?
No. I've had them for a long time. Leave me alone.
I'm gonna get the attention of one of the guards and say, "Where's the dockmaster?"
He looks, probably, maybe, at the dock. You're still in the city.
I thought we were at the dock.
No.
Never mind. Record. Keep going.
Going to the dock.
Right, go on. Keep heading towards the dock.
Before we head over there, I just want to do hand on the chest thing and sort of go. Any reports of any unusual events coming from that area? By the way,
I don't fucking know. I've been over here training.
well,
Goes
fair
back
enough.
to fucking training. So, you guys all move on, and as you get closer and closer to the dock, you see a figure swoop overhead you, and then you see half a dozen figures behind them, a griffin, and to the back, 6 giant ravens, all flying towards the
Hello.
dock as well.
Okay, so there's definitely something going on if they're heading there.
And you can in fact see on the back of the griffin is indeed Legacy. flying overhead, they swoop ahead of you. And when you eventually make your own way there, you see from within the fog, you begin to see a silhouette of an enormous, and when I say enormous, I mean biblical ship. A massive ship coated in ice. It goes up it goes up to near the top of the fog, does the silhouette, and it's wide enough that it's possibly 4 to 6 galleons wide.
Whoa.
And you begin seeing the silhouettes of it as you eventually come in towards where Legacy and Sildar are. And from on top of the ship, you see a massive plank of wood that's essentially what could only be described as several trees that have just been constantly tied together a la a raft, just as a form of a walkway 20 feet wide that gets lowered down towards the dock side. And down stomping is an enormous frost giant with a massive horn to the side of his hip, and a great bow of nearly his whole height, and what could only be described as spears, not arrows, in a quill behind on his back. With a steely glance over you all, he's this massive horned helmet he has raised aloft and is wearing this heavy chain. He's glaring about all of you until you hear 2 more sets of feet coming from above. One of them is Hecaton. The king of storm giants pauses for a moment, but then finally steps onto land and looks about to all of you, and the sheer magnitude of people that are actually here, because essentially now, if they weren't...
Go away.
Control weather, banishment, everything.
Oh, wait.
Do you want to lose your powers? Because that can happen.
No, that's
It's
not what I wanted
called
to do.
a
I'm on the fucking mobile, and it's fucking shit.
Right.
Because I'm having to be upstairs. Anyway, what I was going to do was... Because I could do it. Hold on. Sorry. What I wanted to do is use prestidigitation, which I think has the ability to louden my voice.
No, that's
And-
thaumaturgy.
That's forward herds.
Ah, stop here. Never mind. Never mind.
That the king of storm giants steps down onto land. Sildar approaches with the guard behind him and Legacy as well. And you did hear another loud set of footprints, but you don't see anyone coming down for the ramps.
Can I cast detect magic?
Are you there?
Yeah, you're there. Everyone went.
I thought it was just me and.
Oh God, no! Everyone
Yeah,
went.
no,
We all went with you. We all went with you. We're
The
not
whole
leaving.
party went.
Yeah, everyone had the distinct realization of yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah, I've seen
No
the king, so
situation is
I'm on the
mysterious
dirt at
unless
this point.
good.
I'm casting it out the staff, so it's not original.
He just goes. He does it for free. You should cast it in the area towards Hecaton, is it, or?
Well, it's just everything within 30 feet of me
Okay.
comes
Um,
up.
You can tell if there is magic to the left of Hecaton, while and you can tell as well. Essentially, you and half the party here light up like a goddamn Christmas tree to you.
Being blinded by Kirok standing next to you.
You say to the left of Hecaton, yeah?
Yeah.
Does it give? I get a sense of what school of magic it is.
Illusionary.
Okay. Kirok,
Hello.
Can you do your eyes?
Yes. Subtle spell.
Okay. Next to Hecaton, you see a familiar, smaller figure, a stone giant with a large book to his side. That
Hello.
A wave.
Hello.
he looks surprised and then waves back to you. But he is indeed there, little Tauron. And Sildar looks towards Hecaton. King of the Storm Giants has finally returned to land. As the Lion Crown of Neverwinter, it is my duty and privilege to welcome you. But I understand you are not here for matters of joy. This is a time of war and serious conflict. Your kin have caused severe harm to mine, and I understand that this is the time in which you desire to make amends and work together towards a common enemy. Hecaton looks down towards Sildar. It doesn't look... It's weird. It's looking down, but not looking down his nose at him. He's far enough away, he's keeping eye contact. He's not belittling in his glance. There isn't an aura of superiority. I am aware that trickery occurred within my court, allowing great evils to aspire within the world. I am aware that this is one such evil you and the allies you have an intent to beat. I wish to work together and see this great foe defeated, and as such, I have called upon the aid to which I rallied with, and swore to no longer allow the destruction and raiding of the North. This is Jarl Storvald.
Appropriate reaction.
The dog does not like Jarl Storvald. And you need to mute your
reaction.
goddamn mic.
He's on mobile. He can't.
He
can.
He just
You
did.
can.
So,
Oh,
okay.
well done.
But it is indeed Jarl Storvald next to him.
Biggest
Jarl
the biggest side eye going to the rest of the party, just like,
The Jarl here is fully aware that his desires were of an influence of a far more malevolent force, but it is aside that. I've called him to aid us for the means of transportation and for the means of conquest. For you see, there are few creatures more capable of hunting in our realm than a frost giant. And the Jarl has a tendency to capture large beasts. And Hecaton waves his hand, and the fog dissipates from this enormous ship with massive billowing sails that go up another... Now you can see it now apparates in the space. Another 100 feet up and wide out they now spread. But on the top of the ship, you hear the sounds of... sounds of dragons. And you do see white over the side, like moving slightly above. Seems like he has white dragons.
Cool,
That's
he's got
certainly a
pets.
thing.
At this point, the Jarl speaks. I have a strong force with me. Many capable and dangerous fighters have come now to aid me in this affair. To this extent, I offer you the aid of my ship. Together we will move towards your meeting place, and from there then we will take the fight to this bitch who has been causing all of us such an issue. Lion Crown, as you called yourself. Summon your men and prepare to board, and we will move as one force. The Jarl turns back and goes back to the ship.
Well,
I'm gonna do something controversial.
Oh god.
on.
And what about Harshnag?
She beat me
Interesting
to
choice, but you committed.
She beat me
I'm
to
on the dirt, but I was like, I was just about to say we could probably leave these guys to do their own thing.
The Jarl pauses and looks back over his shoulder at you with a very cold glare before turning back to the ship. Doesn't respond. At this point, the smaller form does dispel his magical effect, and Toran does apparate in the space. Hekaton speaks again. And this young hero, is the only way to describe him, has been doing his own efforts. He has contacted the stone giants, and they are preparing to move towards the position I gave to you and to them. You will have the aid of Farun and Thane Kithiaka for this battle. Though their number are few, the stone giants will aid. Now then, if you can rally your force, we will move as one. Do you agree to this, Lion Crown Hallwinter? So looks to all of you, looks to Legacy, looks to the others around him. Well, this is certainly going to handle our transportation issue. This is a boon. We have siege equipment that we wanted to bring. An associate of mine has been working on several things, so we'll need aid in moving them if you could quicken that process. He waves a hand, and 3 young frost giants who have a beard maybe only down to, say, their chest, like just touching the chest by now, all run down and begin helping cannons to be brought on board the ship. As Rockfen does come down as well, flying down from her hippogriff. I finished it. I have it. And she takes up the small cube. This is going to be very interesting. She puts it back, and they put it back.
Did the cube flag up on my detect magic?
Like a fucking beacon.
Did I get a school of magic from it as well?
Nope.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
We have a holy hand grenade in the party.
That or you use the tactic which our dwarf used once when they had a collapsing fortress. I'm gonna just throw that at the snake people. Yeah, that was really effective. We all just stood back and just went, oh, well played, good sir.
Squish.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
So the kings and all that are going to disperse. I might.
Let's disperse, and they're actually they're still talking together.
I might sidle up to Legacy, just sort of behind her, hiding from the direct view of any royalty. Hey, Legacy, we're just getting supplies. So I was wondering, did you manage to get everyone? Are you going to be able to get everyone for our meeting?
I've gotten everyone I can. There isn't many of the Gauntlet currently within the city hold. They're all out being active. I haven't been able to make contact with the Emerald Enclave as well. There seems to be something in high force that's keeping them occupied. But something in my bones telling me that we can't wait to get everyone. we might have to just do with what we have.
I got
Alright,
gauntlet
well.
covered.
We'll make an attempt, but we're gonna grab supplies and we're gonna start work. We'll see you there.
Will you make your own way then?
We're good.
I should probably go ahead. We haven't actually been.
Yeah, we gotta put up
Where we're
streamers,
establishing this meeting.
put
Yeah.
up tables,
We've got
pots out and
finger
everything.
food.
Catering,
Yeah,
yep.
We've got so many
Okay.
trays of sausage rolls to cook. Sandwiches to make.
Good luck.
Oh,
We gotta
Cooking
go.
10
We got
minutes
things to
sausage
do.
rolls.
Okay, so you guys go into the city. Are you going to look for potions and things like that?
Yes, I have a couple of things that I want to get. I want to get I discussed this with the party because I don't actually have any money on me. They hold all the money. I want some stuff for Heroes Feast.
Okay, that is going to be the gems that are the
That's what spell.
the chalices that are worth 1,000 gold.
Funds granted. Stamped. Next.
How many of those are we getting?
How many are we
One or-
realistically going to need? You only really get one go at this,
One
but maybe
chance
get
to knock
two.
is your chance to blow.
We only get one shot. Yeah, you can get. I don't know. Okay, what's the treasury like?
Well, I mean,
Treasurer,
the treasure is alright. I mean, I don't know
I'm
how
currently
much.
checking a law thing, so I can't check
How
the.
much? What's the value of the chalice?
Has to be it has to be worth 1,000 gold pieces.
I mean, we can definitely get a few
It is a gem encrusted bowl.
if we can find a place that sells them.
How
we can
are
get.
we? How are we for
yeah.
diamonds as well? Because we've
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 got-
used a couple now.
We've got 2 that are good for a resurrection.
Just to fast track it a bit, how do we go finding bowls that would be appropriate?
You're in Neverwinter. You're high enough of station where you can be directed quite easily.
I want to.
So I'll say, like for the bowls, for if you wanted to try and find the jewelers to buy the uncut diamonds, you could try to do that as well. It would take you maybe 2 or 3 hours to get everything.
It's fine. I want to quickly speak to Sildar if he's free.
He's currently with Hecaton discussing, but you can definitely step in and discuss.
Forgive me, but
I'll
when
wait
did
for
we
him
get
to
a
be done.
hat with? When did we get a hat with gemstones? Because I'm just thinking of. I'm just
We
thinking
get
of
all
a top
kinds of
hat.
shit.
We just obtain things.
We just get stuff and I write it down. The hat with gemstones was in the same hall as the statue of the halfling and I think the puppet stuff. Yeah. Oh, it was Hill Giant
That was the Hill Giants.
because I've also got the conch shell written on that same list.
But yeah, have your conversation before we do the shopping thing, because
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
break through that quickly as possible.
Yes, sorry, Sildar, a quick word.
Valoran, yes, what's up?
Last we were here, you granted us some sort of token.
Yes,
So
to
we
allow
could-
you to shop here.
Yes.
Easy your blow.
Is there anything you can do to help us supply up for this final push?
What do you need?
Well, in an ideal world, one of those tokens again, so we can shop around. But things, I need a lot of magical ink. We need some other bits and pieces, some magical chalice, gem encrusted chalices for some spells. I need lots of magical incense, just high quality incense.
He just looks towards Legacy.
Other
Honey! Help the elf! He turns back to Hecaton, and Legacy can definitely assist you in that matter. But currently it is wartime, so anything that is considered reagents for spells, with Legacy's help, you can probably reduce the cost of.
But we can't just get a free pass again.
No, you can't get
Okay.
a goddamn free pass.
I tried. I had to try.
When you talk about
This is why
gold,
Kate is the treasurer.
potion seller.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff we need.
Speaking of, do we want to distribute the potions in the bag of holding at all?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
100%.
in
Let's-
capitals. Yes.
Because obviously everything in here I can access, but you guys
Let's-
can't.
If we get everything bought, then we'll distribute back at home. I'd
Yep.
say.
Cool.
So, how
Um,
many bowls do we get for this Heroes Feast?
What, you say 1,000 gold each?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You can reduce it to maybe 750.
Yeah, there's
I would
that.
say
Nothing.
2.
Okay. Well, are we just gonna, for the sake of brevity, just quick buy, or
Yeah. I don't think we're going to go to every
what would
shop
you
and
like?
discuss all this.
it's up to best, but like do it like with ink and stuff. So we just
The inks, if it
just-
costs 1,000 gold, reduce the price to 750. You
so
can
just
buy it with
25% off everything,
that. Yeah,
basically.
basically, you got 25 off.
Okay, let me write some stuff down.
The only thing you might have issues with is potions, as there's a lot of pulses and potions being prepared for the army.
Okay,
But you can definitely try.
let's.
On Earth.
Who is it?
Someone's vibrating.
New phone,
Who's
who
it?
dis?
Who's doing a sending spell?
Hello?
Hello?
The
New,
ancient tavern. Who is?
new phone, who dis?
No, me, all
back
me.
in.
All
Back
the
in.
Okay.
all the spellcasters sit down and calculate how much ink they need.
Okay, right. So we can get 2 chalices. That would be 1,500, which is how much that hat is worth. So we could just sell that hat
For them, okay,
for
yeah.
the value.
There's some poncy bastard who would definitely take it.
'Cause I think you said each gemstone is worth 215. There's 6 gemstones.
Mhm.
So 2 chalices. Nemo, do you want to write them down? Just you've got them
Yep, I've written those down.
done. 2 chalices.
I also wanted to discuss healer's kit. I am quite a capable healer, especially these days after multitudes of practice, especially after playing around with the bones inside that dragon. I was going to suggest we all get a healer's kit, attach it to our belts, so if we do get unconscious, we can use those. I might have 2 on me, but
I mean,
if
my
everyone
belt
has
got
a
a lot of
healer's
stuff
kit
on.
attached to their belt, that might be good.
I mean, everybody just has health potions, and we know how to use
And
those.
magic.
I'm a doctor,
No,
not
no,
a
but I know how to use
miracle
those, so if you go down, I can use a healer's kit on you.
And what happens if you go down?
Well,
They're all
Or,
used.
or you're not in range.
yeah, it will. If you have one of those on you, it will help people. Okay.
Also, Anashka puts her hands up. These'll do.
I think we've got a good amount of healers that we really don't all need a medical kit.
Okay, I'll just carry the healer kits myself. How many am I getting?
How many can you carry? They're not small, right? They're not like little first aid kits.
I'm gonna say
That's-
I'm gonna say you have 2
They weigh
already.
3 pounds.
I'm gonna say you have
Oh.
2 already. It's just they're big and cumbersome. That you have like 1 to each hip, basically.
I
And how
need.
much did they cost us?
You already have them.
Sweet.
You already said you had 2.
Right, I'm gonna work out.
Okay, I didn't, but okay.
They're literally worth pittance. It's fine.
They're very cheap in comparison to your health potions.
What we're doing, yeah.
They are copper.
They're 5 gold pieces each.
sure
It's
you've got
it's still a pittance in comparison to some of the stuff we're buying.
Okay.
I'm a wizard, I should
So we
remember
get
this,
some.
but it's 50 gold per level, right?
I knew that.
Oh boy, it's been a while. So this
I'm
is
trying to work out which ones I want/need. I
That's a
probably
lot.
don't need a lot of them.
50. Have you got a spell? Where are you copying them from? The library or?
And now we pause for vigorous wizarding math.
Bear in mind,
Mini
if
spellcasting.
you're copying spells from the library, you're doing it here. We want to get ink and take it with us.
That's why I'm looking through the apps to see what I do and don't know. I think honestly the only one I currently don't know, which I wouldn't mind having, is probably just Identify. I don't think I'm going to be using, I'm not going to be using the Hut, I'm not going to be using Steed, I'm not going to be using the Summon one, so I think just a level 1 Identify just to have it, just in case.
That.
Forgive me, but why haven't wizards invented a speaking spell in D&D lore yet?
Speaking spell,
What?
as in.
You know the children's toy where you have all
Oh,
these.
a speaking spell.
Speaking spell.
A speaking spell.
I heard
Yeah.
that as well.
I still don't hear any difference between the two things that you said. What?
A speaking
Speak
spell.
spell.
Wait, you all talked at the same
Sorry.
time.
Shh.
One person speak.
A speak and spell and a speaking spell.
I still don't hear any.
Really? I couldn't make that pause. A speak and spell.
Oh, okay.
God, Kels.
Yeah, you know the thing you put in the thing, you put in a word, and it'll say it in a robotic voice, like dog and stuff.
I mean, there's contact of the plane, but that's literally like
I am literally going to drop a Tarrasque on you all.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just get identify when we're back at Fandolin then.
Yeah, I can get you that. Don't worry.
Okay, so
need-
I'll leave the
How we
others
get
for
Fadlin?
I need about 1,200 gold.
how we get to everywhere.
Sure.
Is the 1,200 for the inks as well as
It's for inks and my spell reagents that I want.
the incense and that? Yeah.
It's
Okay.
inks, incense, and the marble strips for legend lore.
Yeah. Okay.
But total price for all the ink I need, the marble strips, and the incense should do legend lore twice. With the 25% discount would be about 1,200 gold.
Okay. So 1,200 gold and 1,500
Thank God one of
gold.
us can do that.
I'm doing it.
2,700 gold basically.
Wait, what's the extra 1,000?
The
Wait,
150 from the bowl, the bowls.
Oh, I've put the
yeah,
bowls
he's
off
already
already.
taken-
I've done the bowls already.
Oh, you've already done them? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm taking off 1,200. I'll do it in items if that's cool.
Yeah. You can definitely
Okay.
barter your way around with them. I'm saying again, you guys have time.
And now the resurrection diamonds, how much do they have to be worth?
They have to be worth 500, so you'll probably be paying 600 for each of them. Because they're not going to sell you for the exact price. They're going to make a profit.
No, of course. Can we buy
Salmon.
2 of them?
Yeah, that will be 1,200 then. Or 1,200 will... Now, those I'm going to say they're just going to be 1,200.
Okay, so we'll get rid of this. 800 from here. That's 3,500.
Your bags are getting so much lighter.
The diamond Ask is the one that's doing the resurrection, right? Or
Ash is the one who can perform Revivify.
okay,
Yeah,
Ask. Do you want to write down? You've got 2 diamonds for Revivify.
Will do.
We've got 2 more, but they're like worth a lot more. So if you
Yeah,
need
yeah.
them, we can
They're-
use them. Again,
Yeah,
but-
they're more for like resurrections because they are higher. It's higher value for higher level spells.
Healing potions. Has anyone got any greater healing potions?
I have 2
give me a
potions of healing
sec.
and 1 greater on my person.
Okay.
I have on my person two normal healing potions and 1 greater healing potion.
Okay. The easier
Oh.
question might be, what healing potions are available for us to purchase?
Because we're probably
there-
going to buy them all.
Is there a limit on what's available? Because
I'm going to say
what
of what you have, because bear in mind, a lot of these are being sold.
Mhm.
What you can get is you can get 6 normals, 4 greater, and 2 superior.
How much?
I'm going to round off because
Yeah.
once
just-
you get into superiors, the price
They're
gets fucking
expensive.
Yeah.
jacked. I'm going to say it's going to cost another grand.
the grand for the potion bundle, yeah.
Yeah, The potion
so
bundle.
we'll drop a grand for that.
Okay.
Just straight up.
Kirok's got 4 regular, and that's it. And Tian needs some. He has none.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
distribute.
distribute at Fandolin.
We've got plenty, but I'm just
Yeah,
putting
we'll
these
say
in.
you guys can distribute.
How are we
you
getting
don't
to
have-
Fandolin, by the way? Are we TPing?
Yeah, the way we always do.
We haven't always
don't
done
like
that.
what-
Or are we flying?
One very last one. I want to speak to Legacy. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
where we can get any potions that might help with resistance to lightning damage?
Oh,
Fucking excellent
You
question.
genius!
There's a few apothecaries inside in town that I think might do them, and she gives you directions towards them. The potions themselves, each one will cost 300 gold.
Is there an unlimited
Can
amount
get-
available?
I'll say that there are, because this is a very specific
just say-
thing.
yeah.
I'm gonna say there's about 4 there.
Well, I'll take them all. 1,200, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I try and barter for a discount for taking all 4?
I'll say you can get the 25 off, which will bring it down from what would
12
it be? It'll be
to
300 by 25. That's a quarter gone.
so 900. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't gold, yeah, sweet. 4 potions. Lightning
Lightning
resistance.
resistance.
I'm gonna go buy a couple of incense for use of conjuring elementals.
How much is the cost for those incense for that task?
It just says burning incense for air.
Oh, they don't get used up, do they? For conjuring mental.
No.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's not a specific priced item. I don't think it's just.
Okay.
I'll say that they're like it's a easy. You got that when you got all the other incense.
Yeah.
And just I think that's it purchasing wise. But the other thing I wanted to ask or mention that's about the staff of the Magi. Last week I asked about would casting a spell take the casting time of the spell.
No, it takes the action of the staff.
Okay, I was going to ask because I looked it up and I think on the Sage Advice they said no, it takes the casting time of the spell. So that's
okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with Sage Advice then.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
because otherwise, how would you cast reaction spells?
Yeah. And the other bit of clarification I found was I can't use the staff spells as a hasted action because it's not using an item. The item lets me cast a spell, so the action I'm using is cast a spell, not use an item. Just that was real disappointing when I read that.
You were gonna go.
I wanted my
wave your stick of things and they die.
I wanted my Helm of Brilliance days back, but no. Which I probably shouldn't have been doing with the Helm of Brilliance. I'm assuming it's the same wording, but.
Oh, I just got an idea. Never mind. Carry on.
I think I'm done.
Is everyone else done?
If we're spending, if we're like just spending a day,
3 hours.
yeah. If he spends 3 hours doing that, then Kirok and Tian will go and spend a little bit of time together, and Kirok will take him to visit the friend that she met, Gri.
When you go to visit the Arakokra that you had encountered before, he is not there.
Can I fly up to the roost?
His bed is dusty. His room is all dusty. Doesn't seem to be there. Looks like he hasn't been here for a while.
Kirok takes one of her feathers and lays it on his roost, and the pair of them fly away, and they spend the rest of the day together.
Tian also does the same, just like quite clearly seeing you about it goes to it. And you guys do spend your time together.
Bow chicka wow wow. Sorry.
Hey!
Shut up.
They could be clearing all the dust off that bed.
You guys have no taste.
Hey!
Well, they haven't seen each other for a while.
Sorry, I was saying hey to the dog.
So,
Okay.
as you all...
Yes. As we're spending the day in Neverwinter,
A few hours.
a few hours, well,
3 hours, just spending 3 hours in Neverwinter.
would I be able to find, say, this is going to be difficult to try and explain, like a jewelry maker or something akin to that?
Yes, because you went to a jeweler's to get the diamonds, the raw uncut diamonds, so you can definitely go.
But this is sort of for something like how would I describe this? You know, like you would commission someone from Etsy to make you something really, really random out of little bits and pieces.
Okay, we'll go with this concept, okay.
Would there be someone like an artist manufacturer within?
An artisan. There's definitely jeweler artisans within the city.
Okay, so would I be able to visit one of them and petition them to sort of make something out of the white dragon scales that I currently have in my inventory?
Yeah, you could certainly do that. What do you request be made?
Dare I say a ring?
You can definitely get rings designed out of white dragon scales.
Because I'm imagining white dragon scales being kind of mother of pearl-esque, because they sort of have this sheen and to it. So all I'm thinking of now is this really gorgeous sort of chunky ring made of sort of layers of it.
Be right back.
It's happening.
Sorry.
Go ask Kirok. She keeps dragon scales. If you don't have any.
You could definitely ask your party members as well.
I have 3.
Just like on a side note, like a white dragon scale wedding dress is just like, it would be just like, oh my god.
That'd be the most armored wedding dress.
I know, right?
I've actually seen that. I've actually seen someone who made a sort of scaled wedding dress, and it is. I was about to say pucker, but that's not the right word.
All right, Jamie, come on.
What I find quite amusing about this is that it would totally fit Glory and asks, get into something more comfortable. I'm comfortable when protected from most forms of attack.
Honestly, still one of the most accurate memes to describe Glory that have ever existed.
But yes, you can get one commissioned. It'll take them several days. But if you did ones of multiple colors, you have friends who keep scales.
Mm-hmm.
And you're definitely about to go get a lot of scales.
Yeah, so...
Shit, the fucking frost giants might kill one of their dragons for you. And be like, here, use this.
Yeah. So I will presume then that if we visit the artisan will say something akin to, okay, I'll probably need something like this amount of scales in order to do it.
Well, bear in mind, the scales you got are about the size of your palm.
Right.
Like, they're big.
You can make quite a few bits of jewelry from that.
I don't know the technical know-how.
That's why I'm saying it.
I don't know.
That's why I'm saying it.
I know.
Yeah, like one scale probably would amount to, I'd say probably, I personally would say probably like 6, maybe even 7, like pieces of jewelry.
If you want to make a very, very good ring, you can definitely do so, charging enough gold. A very, very fine single ring from it.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted a gem cut into it as well, you could. But for a ring of this quality and this amount of challenge, this is going to be like a 400 gold commission.
Okay.
Go ask your girlfriend for money for the ring you want to give her later.
Oh god, that's awful.
Oh dear.
It's like, hey, do you want, like, later on, hey, do you want this? Because, I mean, you bought it.
No, all you do is you go up to them and you say, can I have 400 gold? And when they say, why? You say, because you love me.
Okay, well, in that case then, I would probably, for lack of a better term, rendezvous with Glory and...
Gotten it.
I would probably...
Because this is cute.
Okay.
Glory's handing out a lot of money today. She's probably just like, yep, okay, this is, okay, math.
Kalyatan, can I ask you a favour?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hi.
I know that everyone else has been putting a lot of pressure on regards to gold today.
Yeah, it's alright. That's what I signed up for when I took hold of this bag.
Yes. I thought it might be a good idea if I went scouting around a couple of blacksmiths. Try and scout out if we could probably get additional armor. Probably sort of a little bit of an upgrade, you know.
Fair enough. How much you need?
About let's say about 450, something like that.
Sure. Give me a sec to count, because head math. Okay. Yeah, I think. Give me a second. She just takes a minute, because even though she's got higher intelligence, that doesn't mean she was ever good at mathematics.
Yes, we've got it.
I know we have it. That's why I didn't even check.
You
with
reach in and grab a bag of 450 gold from your bag of holding and hand it to her.
I've already took it off of the list.
Thanks, my dude, best wingman.
Has anyone actually seen Tintin where they collect the wallets? That's all I'm thinking of, is that we've got this really nice pink one, and we got this really nice green one.
I pictured for a lot of you during your breaks or your rests, whenever you have like been at ease, you've just taken all the money out of the bag and just like put it into smaller bags and wrote the number on it, and then put it back in the bag of holding, so you knew what you had in each.
Oh no, it's not a bag of holding anymore. It's basically a bank of holding.
It is a bank of holding. It's not a massive deposit.
Yeah.
Why you blep?
Blep?
Pooh's just there for like a minute, like.
Is it like the biting the tongue blep?
A little.
It's just in response.
It's just a blep.
So
He just does that sometimes.
Yeah,
go-
girls can vouch for this.
This is the truth.
Okay.
You go and you get your commission, and while you're doing that, Curls, you are being your paranoid self, keeping an eye out. You see this before anyone else. You see a white stallion.
Sorry.
Wings.
I had a panic.
You see a white stallion with wings flying in from the sky, from the cloud line, down into the city. And you see a
I'm not on those
figure.
fucking zero drugs again, am I?
But you see a figure in this golden, like white gold, kind of plated armor on it, and you see red underneath that armor.
Hey.
Yo, I'm heading towards that, if that's exactly who the fuck I think that is.
You go to the harbor where it does land in, and you see your sister.
I'm just gonna have my arms up like, what the fuck?
She looks at you. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
No, you first. You changed color.
Oh, we'll talk about that later. That's way less interesting.
fuck
Hi,
no.
hug.
She does hug you back, but she is missing an eye. That it was
Not
always
the other one.
case. No, but that eye.
Fucking hell.
No longer does she have a patch on, but it's just glowing this kind of white to almost goldish color. My god, like
There's a list of questions a mile long. I'm not really sure where to start.
you're pink with shorter horns. No, I ask you. What happened?
I'm older. Older sibling privilege. What the fuck is this horse?
Now fuck you, I'm God chosen. You get to
Not in this house.
Mom.
Mum is with Barris. She's with her son.
Wait, we actually adopted him now?
I think we've adopted the whole party at this point. Honestly, I don't ask questions. What is with this horse?
This Pegasus.
I don't know if Gloria knows
She
what that
is
is, but we're
mine.
gonna go with yes.
And she's amazing, and you don't get to ride on her.
What? That's not fucking fair.
Oh, it's entirely fair, because she's mine. And also, I have this, and she pulls out essentially a spear from her back and holds it out.
Oh, this is the thing you were going to get, huh?
It is a beautifully. It's almost like pearl with like these carvings of ravens to the hilt to like the very tip where the blade is, and to the very back of it as well. It's like a spike of a raven's beak as a design. And it's besides that looks very simple. The blade itself doesn't have any runes or markings. It is just immaculately clean and a simple straight tip spear. Yeah, so I found the spear of my god, so he likes me. Also, yeah, that horn that you gave me for like calling things, yeah, that was really fucking useful.
You're welcome.
Where is she?
She's omnipresent at this point.
Around.
Also, look, don't question these things. And the glowing eye is because your god likes you now.
Yes, he gave me a blessing.
Cool. Could use that. Very useful.
Very, very useful. It basically allows his sight to be mine for a brief period, so he can guide my strikes.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I have a god's approval on
lots of things about that, but yes.
Okay, now it's my turn. Who the pink? What?
It's just what I look like now. I honestly.
Why? Yes, you can.
We have a blue bird. Nothing is weird.
Hi.
Hey, I've got a new feathered friend.
Hello.
Oh, so do we. Faith, Tian, Faith.
Hello. This is probably new to you in a very, very immaculate way. So who dis?
New phone, who dis?
New god, who's this? Actually, you watch as her eye just like lights up and goes, "Oh, Kirok, you got it back! Yay!"
Kirok and Tian nuzzle each other.
Yes.
They're cute. It's disgusting.
And then I start.
Your gay ass.
And then I start doing what Kirok always does in this situation, and go to the Pegasus and be like, "Oh, aren't you beautiful? Oh, you're so beautiful."
It is majestic. It does have feathers that do like say slightly a slight down around into the two wings, and then it goes to this immaculately soft, like not soft, but smooth skin, and these bright pink eyes that are just peering out into the everything, and keeps an eye to you as well, to everyone else, but seems at ease.
Oh, aren't you lovely? Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you have such beautiful primaries. Oh, and she's just making cooing noises.
His face. It was so insane.
Put that on my wall.
You need a collection, a collage. I'm just gonna kind of look at Faith and just be like, "Look at you.
Look at you.
You might actually be cooler than me, which is
Doubt.
kind of unacceptable. But we are the same in one thing and one thing only, which is that we're both not as cool as Hope still.
No.
Hope's on a
probably
different
off
fucking level.
Yeah, Hope's probably on a different plane right now, knowing her.
Yeah, nah. We're united in that.
Yeah.
We may be cool, but never as
As
cool as
you two are talking and so engrossed, Sildar does sneak up on both of you. Hey,
hi.
I need to ask you something.
Private or?
Yes, very private, in fact.
Oh shit! Everyone's up a game D. Done.
I was just about to say that.
Done.
Wonderful.
You haven't got to say it. It's done.
It's wonderful.
Everybody, remember the Charlotte game team? Yeah.
Ah, busy.
Even more boxes to lift.
My shoulder hurts. Also, I have this wonderful purple bruise on my leg from where a box fell on it.
No, dear.
So, yeah, agony.
Ouchie.
It hurt a lot. It was heavy.
Guys, I did so much math just now. Oh, my head hurt.
You're amazing, sweetie. Can't do that much math.
Too much treasury math.
Hey, I'm glad that we hoard so much because, man.
I used up so many hats and jewellery that we just got sitting in the bag.
It's good, it's good.
Would you say that you were wearing many hats?
We've actually got no hats left, unfortunately.
I think we could do with converting some of our smaller change. I feel like carting around 5,000 copper is not helpful.
No.
I need every single piece of that copper for a plan. No, I don't know. I'll convert it eventually. Was it 10,
So-
100? 5,000 copper is just 50 gold, right?
Something like that.
Oh my fucking god, phone.
Don't ask,
So what,
don't ask me to do math.
If
But-
copper to silver is 10, silver to gold is 10.
Yeah, it's 10,
It's
10,
just-
10.
Just divide it by 100
Okay.
from copper to gold.
But yeah, I've been carrying the bags of the coin from the Kickstarter, the little thing. Obviously, they come in big bags, and I've been carrying them, and I was like, wow, these are heavy! There's maybe 100 in this. I was like, God, you could really do some damage with this. So when I look at D&D with like 1,000 gold, and I'm just like, this is really heavy.
Yeah, it's the sort of gold that you can't carry in a coin purse. How are you carrying this on your person?
Yeah. Having a bag of 100 of those coins at work made me realise, I was like, money is heavy. This is why people use gems.
Mm-hmm.
Good lord.
The majority of our money is in gems right now. We've got, very roughly, about 1,500 to 2,000 gold.
Nice.
And we've got 4,000. We've got nearly 5,000 in gems.
Let it be known, we haven't even finished sorting out this Kickstarter, and they're already like, but what if we did some more?
Yes.
You watch as Sildar takes this pendant that he has, this brooch that's on his chest, takes it off and places it, and it just literally sinks onto your armor.
Okay, please warn me before you do that.
This is something that I've had for a very long time. If you feel like you're about to take a nasty hit, you can tap it quickly and it'll help negate some of the pain that's about to hit your way.
Okay.
It does not require attunement and is your reaction.
That was going to be my next question.
It does not require attunement and...
Wait, I should probably write this shit down.
Yeah. You can use your reaction to essentially get the effects of evasion 3 times in one day. You regain all uses of it at the start of a dawn. It's the idea that you could indeed, if you succeeded a check, take no damage using it, or if you fail a check, you may use your reaction to take half. But it doesn't require a dex, it is just anything like a con save or strength save or anything that involves you taking damage. Even a crit, for example.
Could be a straight hit.
Yeah, exactly. Mark down that you have the brooch of the father.
Oh.
Got it.
Thank you. I have to go back to Hecaton. I imagine Legacy will be on her way back soon, and I don't want to look flustered more than usual, so please excuse me.
Good luck.
Good luck to you, too. You're making your own way, are you?
You could say that, yeah.
Okay, we'll see you there. This is going to look weird, but probably super cool if I understand these guys correctly as he goes back up onto the ship.
I just look at Faith and shrug.
I'm getting on the big ice ship. Just hops on top of the Pegasus. Whoop.
Stay
I
safe.
look cooler!
I was trying to give you good advice.
You always don't!
Asshole. Right. I'm gonna find where the fuck everyone else. Oh, I guess Kira can turn it into you another.
You
Oh,
have a
speaking of what,
character.
Just as a note, before I forget, I kind of pull Talon out. I'm like, Tian, do you need this?
We didn't agree who was role-playing him.
I kind of just looked at Blue because I just assumed.
In every previous interaction, I've been waiting for Das to say stuff, and I've realised that he's not actually done it. So I'm just like, shit. Am I meant to be role-playing him? I thought I was rolling him, but you were role-playing
No,
him.
he's only done small bits. He's
Okay.
only he's not saying much today, more than anything.
Okay.
He's more like, just because there's so much going on, I didn't want to cog it up further. He looks to it and takes it from your hand and just like inspects it. You used this before. It's quite good.
Been something of a good luck charm for me, but there's always a time to pass things on. Short range and spare in case you need it. If you don't,
Yeah,
I'll put it in the bag.
I thank you very much, but I far prefer using the spear, if that's okay.
Fine by me. Shove it back in the bag. Right, where the fuck has everyone else gone?
And you go, and now over the next 20-30 minutes, you begin rallying everyone together as you hear the deep horn bellow out over everything, and Fogga begins rolling back into the dock, and you begin seeing the ship moving toward land, and then beginning to rise, and rise, and rise, and it rises 100 feet above Neverwinter, and rises again above most of the very highest of towers and buildings, and continues just to float, and it floats eastward.
Alright, calm it down, Jaina.
I had to stop before and go fuck yourself.
Always seems to happen.
Do the cannon
I
show
went,
up, man?
I went straight to Peter Pan.
I had
personally.
ravens first, damn it!
You had ravens first!
I
Shut
had
the fuck down,
ravens
one.
first!
I had ravens first!
Okay.
Right, how the fuck are we getting to Fandolin?
Teleport.
Well, then let's
While
do it.
everything was happening, I was going to see if Naren would do a sending spell for me.
Again,
He
can't fucking do it. I
Legacy's
told you
gone,
that.
he
Keep
can't.
forgetting. What's it? Krauser!
Who?
I'm just wondering if Krauser's there.
I can, but not today. Out of character.
Okay.
And if it's too
Oh,
bad, then no, I can't.
Oh,
I
and
wasn't
also,
going to ask.
while all this shopping stuff was going on, I did want to go and just buy like streamers and like little party hats and
Okay,
shit.
you can spend 10 goals to get
Party
not a
decorations.
a goal just to get party decorations.
Yeah, just I'm gonna be doing all of Fandolin. Just
Okay, 10 gold and you can do all of Fandolin.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Excellent.
There's gonna be bunting going down the street.
Oh, I love a bit of bunny.
All the giants are going to hit their heads on it.
I know that feel.
It's because you are a giant. We've discussed this.
He's a giant named Krauser.
But
Is
yeah,
there a
so-
place I can go to in the city to get a sending spell done?
No, fuck you, I don't have time. Currently,
Okay.
everyone is busy with a war effort.
I was going to see if I could contact the Emerald Enclave.
Excuse me.
The stars aren't aligned. Can't do it.
Today.
Not
today.
today.
Not today.
It happens.
A lot has been going on, and you guys need to make your own way.
Gotta go.
Yes.
Go your own way.
How many references can we make?
All of them.
Too many.
All.
Too
Okay.
many.
That's the last reference I'm making.
Like fuck.
Have we had a long rest?
No.
No.
Long rest, please.
We came straight from fighting outside Grim.
Then we need a long rest. Because
What time is it?
You're
So
getting
good.
closer to about maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
we can fly, I cannot teleport because Kirok used prismatic spray and thus cannot teleport.
This is going to be a real weird suggestion,
Good opener, shoot.
but I can get us there today. But we're going to have to go to some weird places to get there.
I feel like it'd be easier to
The follow-up was equally weird.
I mean, I could get us there.
Detour? So, but how long is the detour gonna be?
6 seconds.
Is there any point?
I could get us there in 12 seconds. Roughly 12 seconds.
Out of character, just caught on. In character, I don't know if Glory knows the spell exists.
Kirat's just giving him a look of, if we're gonna go, then we've got to stay for a bit. Gotta go see stuff. You guys have never been. You can't just like go in and then walk out again. That's boring. You gotta go visit.
Can we just stick to stuff we know? I don't want to do anything experimental. Like possibly 24 hours before we do something.
We could go visit our friend. There's a very high chance that's where he lives.
As a
Maybe-
druid, I'd be happy to see all the elemental planes.
Maybe another time.
Oh,
But yeah,
Legacy,
another
you
time.
able to teleport us to...
Legacy's gone with the fucking...
Legacy went with
Oh, did
the
Legacy
ship.
go with the... Oh, fuck me.
He's up in
All
the
of
ship.
my lot went to the ship.
Let's.
we can fly. If it's only 4, then we can fly in a day.
Fly, we
It's
can
close.
Fly, we can fly, we can fly.
We
Bring-
could
Bring
go
up
to
world map. We need the
Nico,
Huru stick.
Sleep or we can fly. It's up
So-
to you.
Dash, do I know if Moongleam Tower is still
Oh,
on the
this-
astral plane?
That's barely an hour.
You do not know.
It was on the astral plane last time we were there, right?
Correct. I'm just having issue moving the stick.
It's fine. I know the number. That's within. That's
Don't
within,
you have the teleportations? Oh wait, that won't work for your spell. Never mind.
That's far enough. I know the distance. It's 114.
You've not used him yet today.
Let's just fly there. It'll be easier. Well, we
Well,
did.
actually, you have used him a little bit, but
We used him to get to the giant fight, but basically, if
Yeah.
it was that 10 miles, no.
No,
then
yeah,
we're
no,
fine.
we teleported nearby, didn't
No,
we?
no, you can definitely.
And
This
then
will
throw.
take you the rest of the day to travel. You can get there by
Yeah.
night.
Okay.
Let's go
You will
fly.
pass the ship as well as you go.
Oh, we can wave.
Sounds good.
Leaving sonic boom fucking clouds behind.
Sonic rainbow.
Can cast haste on Huru.
Oh god.
Actually, I do want to pass
Yeah, I'll get us there in half an hour.
so we can get there a lot faster.
I was joking.
Are you going to transfer them via?
Is Huru a rock or is he a TARDIS at this point?
If it will help us get there faster, I will.
I don't know if it would, because when haste expires, he then can't move. So
Yeah, but I can
Yeah,
just
haste
train
only lasts for like.
a minute. But can I chain
Yeah.
haste spells for a minute?
You could chain haste spells.
I don't know it'd get us there any faster because there's still going to be several hours of travel.
Essentially, you can burn the nitro if you want.
If it'll get us there any amount significantly faster. If not,
you
then
use
whatever.
all your spell slots, you'll basically shave off like an hour.
I can do it 4 times.
Okay, you can.
It's not-
then.
What
normal
stupidity are we planning now?
casting
the haste,
haste,
Huru.
Huru.
Okay, you genuinely do not have enough spell
don't
slots
worry.
to make it work.
Don't worry.
Aren't we like an hour out anyway?
Let's
It's
just
a
fly.
day. It'll take you 8 hours to travel.
On
I mean, it's
Huru.
gonna. They're on a ship, right? Oh, they can fly.
It's a flying ship.
They can fly.
We'll get there first. Huru's too far.
But it is a slow ship, so they're gonna take time getting there.
I'm getting
let's
so
go.
many God of War vibes from this session, by the way. The eye, the flying ship,
Big mood.
Watch out.
so many.
Spoiler warning to
Spoiler
anyone
warning.
watching.
I mean, if people want to go, then we can go. If people are happy to
In the
rest
arms
on
of the Father.
Huru's back, and
Like,
it
Where do we get?
It would-
Yeah.
it
The
would
quicker I. Sorry, Kira. Sorry. Kira.
it would literally be as quick for us to fly there on Huru, or just go to sleep for a few hours and then teleport. It would be exactly the same, and we'd be well rested when we got there.
Oh, I mean, I can get us there today. That's the thing. I can get us there very quickly if we just want to do that. Yeah, it'll be perfectly safe. We do not even have to
Well,
go to
I
the
know-
elemental plane
I
of
mean,
air.
if we
I
get there
know that.
today, then I can spend the entire day, rest of the day, getting everything prepared. Since I don't
Exactly.
sleep.
I know it's
quickly-
safe. I've been there loads of times.
No. You
While we're
don't
talking-
have that anymore. That was
No,
part
I
of
do.
your, Are you sure?
Yeah, because I
Positive. We've gone through this.
yeah.
All right.
It-
Never mind.
because that one specifically was actually from Warlock and not from him.
Right. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So
Forgive
yeah,
me.
I'm still good for as long as it's light activities. I'm still good.
Right.
Like
That's-
setting up an entire fucking tub for party.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
At some point in the winter, can we take a short rest?
You can take a short rest. It never
Okay.
will.
I'll use my arcane recovery to get spell slots back.
Okay.
Can I then teleportation circle us to Moongleam?
You could definitely teleport yourselves to Moongleam.
Okay, so we just trust me, guys.
It
We'll do
does
that.
flip.
I don't, but go ahead.
Okay.
To the teleportation circle on Moongleam. When we get there, can I look out the window?
You look out the window and you are in the astral plane.
Right, everyone hold hands.
Okay.
Sure.
Hands?
As soon as you're holding hands, I'll use plane shift from the staff to take us to, and I will aim for Vandalin,
Do you need a reference?
not with the staff because you don't need material components. It says for magical items. I want to go to Vandalin.
You could choose a place in general terms, such as the city of Brass. So you
Yeah.
could indeed say,
So I can say Vandalin
Vandalin
on the
on
prime
the
material
material.
plane.
yeah,
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 we
that's
might
what
not
I'm
be
doing.
directly there, but we'll be
It'll
within a
get
nice
us.
shot of it.
Yeah. Please take us to Vandalin on the material plane. Done. Boom.
you watch as the arcane staff lights up in that moment, spiraling, and when you open your eyes next, you are back in Vandalin. You are maybe at the bottom of the hill from where your manor house is. Now I have to find the fucking Vandalin map.
See, guys, that wasn't that difficult.
Sure.
You know
Yeah,
what
take-
we've learnt from this?
To trust
Nothing.
me.
It's easier if you just explain.
That's no fun.
Words, Varys. They're very handy.
You're a
Anyway,
wizard,
let's
use
check
the
out-
power of your words.
Look, I've not got a speaking spell. I just do the spell.
The joke comes full circle.
Whoopsh. Okay.
God damn it, guys.
Anyway, let's check out this place you presumably own.
We own it.
honestly-
We've
God, you've
never
not been here.
to.
As you guys proceed to move towards your home, which you constantly get denied to go see and visit, we're going to end the session there.
Hey.
Yeah,
Shopping
filthy
episode.
Yay! Shopping episode.
Remember, everyone, to shop at Game Tea.
I
do
wonder.
your own.
I wonder if
do your own
anybody's
shopping.
home.
Yeah, who the fuck?
I hope somebody's home, otherwise this place is going to be infested.
I wonder
Hang
if
on,
anybody's home.
Knights!
Nice, where are you?
So nice!
Apart,
come
in
as a
level 11
fucking
player.
alternate.
a pass of your 4 angry Brits kick down the Canadian's door. The Canadian says sorry.
Oh.
I had to do it.
4 angry Brits and an Irishman.
That's definitely a setup for a joke somewhere.
Right, and on
Never-
that hilarious note, we shall end the stream there. We will see you guys next week. Hopefully, it won't be as
Bye.
late. I apologise for that. Bye bye.
Damn it, Blue.
Bye.
Not my fault.
Bye.